Good men are the ones who lose every single time in relationships. They give their all, loyalty, love, care. And what do they get in return? Heartbreak, disrespect, and the gut-wrenching realization that being a good man doesn't make you the man she truly wants. It's not just a fluke or bad luck, it's a pattern. And here's the cold, hard truth. Women don't value good men. They admire them, maybe even appreciate them at first, but deep down, they crave something else entirely. Bad boys, the ones society labels as selfish, unreliable, or even toxic, those are the men women can't resist. Why? Because bad boys tap into a psychological and emotional cocktail that good men simply can't replicate. They create mystery, keep her guessing, and most importantly, never let her feel completely secure. And security, ironically, is what kills her desire. Now, this might sound harsh, but stick with me because I'm going to break down why this happens. If you're tired of being walked over, tired of being the guy who gives everything and gets nothing, then this is the video you need to hear. You'll discover the real reason why good men lose and how to stop it from happening to you. Let's dive in. Bad boys don't ask for approval. They don't care if she's upset, and they definitely don't base their happiness on whether she's happy. This doesn't mean they're outright cruel. What it means is that they keep their focus on themselves. Imagine this. A bad boy cancels a date because he's busy or not in the mood. What happens next? She's texting him nonstop, trying to figure out what's going on. She starts wondering if he's seeing someone else, and suddenly, her mind is consumed with him. That's the power of uncertainty. Now let's compare that to a good man. He'll reschedule his entire day just to make sure he's available for her. He'll skip the gym, rearrange his work schedule, or cancel plans with friends because he thinks that's what a good boyfriend does. And at first, she might appreciate it, but over time, this behavior becomes predictable, and predictability is boring. The mystery is gone, and she starts taking him for granted. Here's another example. A bad boy gets into an argument with her. Does he apologize profusely, trying to smooth things over? No, he stands his ground. He might even walk away, leaving her to think about what she did wrong. On the other hand, a good man will apologize even when he knows he's not at fault. He'll say things like, "I just want us to be okay," or "I'll do whatever it takes to fix this." She doesn't see this as love or effort. She sees it as weakness. What's happening here is deeper than just behavior. It's psychological. Women don't consciously think, "I want a man who's unreliable or unavailable." What they respond to is the emotional roller coaster, a mix of attraction, doubt, and desire. Bad boys trigger these emotions effortlessly because they're not afraid to say no, to prioritize themselves, or to walk away. Good men, on the other hand, fear losing her so much that they sacrifice their own self-respect. And that's exactly when she starts losing respect for them. Think of it like this. A bad boy is like an unpredictable storm, chaotic, thrilling, and a little dangerous. A good man is like a sunny day, pleasant but forgettable. Which one do you think leaves a lasting impression? So why are women so drawn to bad boys? The answer lies in psychology and biology. Women are hardwired to seek out men who signal strength, independence, and value. And bad boys? They excel at broadcasting those signals. They're not chasing her. They're not putting her on a pedestal. Instead, they act like they're the prize, and that flips a switch in her mind. She starts thinking, if he's so confident, what does he know about himself that I don't? Why isn't he trying to win me over like everyone else? Take this example. A bad boy shows up late for a date, doesn't apologize, and acts as if nothing happened. At first, she's annoyed, but then she starts to wonder, does he have other women he's seeing? What makes him so sure of himself? Her irritation turns into intrigue, and suddenly she's invested in figuring him out. That emotional roller coaster keeps her engaged. Compare that to the good man. He shows up early, with flowers in hand, ready to make everything perfect. She smiles, thanks him, but deep down there's no excitement. She knows exactly what to expect. There's no mystery, no challenge, and without challenge, there's no spark. This goes deeper when you look at how bad boys handle themselves in relationships. They never give everything away. They don't constantly express their feelings or seek validation. This unpredictability triggers something called dopamine feedback loops. When she doesn't know how he feels or whether he's fully committed, her brain releases dopamine, keeping her hooked, wanting more. On the flip side, a good man lays everything out on the table. He says things like, "I love you more than anything," or "I'd do anything for you." At first, these words feel good, but over time, they lose their impact. Why? Because she knows she has him. There's no need to wonder, no thrill, no chase. Here's another example. A bad boy goes a whole day without texting her back. She spends hours checking her phone, wondering if she did something wrong. When he finally replies with something casual like, "What's up?" she feels a wave of relief, and that relief keeps her emotionally tied to him. A good man, however, texts her throughout the day, checking in to see if she's okay. While she might appreciate it at first, it quickly becomes routine, and routines don't create passion. The truth is, bad boys tap into a primal part of a woman's psyche. They represent challenge, adventure, and a sense of conquest. Good men, while kind and reliable, often fail to evoke those same emotions. And this isn't about being mean or manipulative. It's about understanding how attraction works and why it's so different from logic. The tragedy for good men is that they think they're doing everything right. They've been taught their whole lives that loyalty, kindness, and stability are the foundations of a good relationship. And while those qualities are important, they don't ignite passion. Instead, they create comfort, and comfort over time leads to complacency. Imagine this scenario. A good man surprises his girlfriend with an expensive dinner, a heartfelt letter, and a promise to always put her first. She smiles, maybe even sheds a tear, but a week later, she's distant. He notices she's not texting as much, and when he asks if everything's okay, she brushes him off with, "I'm fine." What's happening here? He thinks he's showing love, but she sees it as overinvestment. Subconsciously, she starts to wonder why he's putting her above everything else. Is he desperate? Does he not have better options? Now let's compare this to the bad boy. He doesn't make grand gestures. Instead, he keeps her on her toes. One day he's affectionate and attentive, the next he's aloof. She never knows exactly where she stands with him, and that unpredictability keeps her emotionally engaged. She spends her energy trying to win him rather than questioning his value. The problem with good men is that they often give too much, too soon. They shower her with compliments, gifts, and attention, thinking it will make her feel secure. But here's the harsh truth. When you overinvest, you signal that you need her more than she needs you. And as soon as she senses that imbalance, her respect for you starts to fade. Another example. A good man always prioritizes her needs over his own. If she wants to watch a show he hates, he agrees. If she cancels plans last minute, he says, "It's okay, I understand." Over time, she starts testing his boundaries more and more. She might snap at him during an argument or dismiss his opinions just to see how he reacts. And every time he backs down, her respect for him diminishes further. Why does this happen? Because women are wired to seek strength and confidence in a partner. When a man doesn't set boundaries or assert his own value, he unintentionally communicates that he's not a leader. And without leadership, attraction fades. Think about it this way. A good man is like a safety net. He's there to catch her when she falls, but she doesn't feel the need to chase him or fight for his attention. A bad boy, on the other hand, is like a prize. She has to work for it, and that effort makes her value him more. The lesson here is simple. Being a good man isn't the problem. The problem is being a good man who sacrifices his self-respect for the sake of the relationship. Women don't respect men who don't respect themselves. So how do you stop being the guy who gets walked over? It starts with understanding one crucial thing. Your value doesn't come from her validation. The moment you rely on her approval to feel good about yourself, you've already lost. Women can sense when a man is desperate for their attention, and it's an immediate turnoff. Here's what you need to do. First, stop overinvesting. Think of your attention and energy like a bank account. If you keep withdrawing without ensuring she's depositing something back, you'll end up emotionally bankrupt. For example, let's say she starts an argument over something trivial, like why you didn't text her back right away. Instead of apologizing and over-explaining, simply say, "I had things to do, but I'm here now. What's up?" This response sets the tone. You're not ignoring her, but you're also not putting her feelings above everything else. Second, set boundaries. Women respect men who respect themselves. If she cancels plans last minute, don't immediately offer to reschedule. Instead, say something like, "That's too bad, I had a lot planned for us. Let's see when we're both free next." This shows her that your time is valuable and you won't tolerate being treated as an afterthought. Here's another example. Imagine she tries to test your patience by giving you the silent treatment. A typical good man might keep texting, calling, and asking, "What's wrong? Did I do something?" This only reinforces her control. Instead, give her space. Focus on your own life. Hit the gym, work on your goals, spend time with friends. When she sees that you're unbothered by her games, she'll realize that you're not someone she can manipulate. Finally, keep her guessing. This doesn't mean playing mind games or being dishonest. It means maintaining your individuality. Don't always be available. Have your own hobbies, your own plans, and your own priorities. When she sees that you're a man who doesn't revolve around her, she'll naturally respect and value you more. Think of it this way. Relationships are like a dance. If you're always chasing her, she'll run. But if you hold your ground and let her come to you, the dynamic shifts. She starts to invest in you, and that's when the power balance evens out. Remember, it's not about being mean or manipulative. It's about protecting your value and refusing to let anyone, especially a romantic partner, diminish it. Women are naturally drawn to men who know their worth, and when you embrace that, you stop being a victim and start being the prize. Being a good man doesn't mean you have to lose. In fact, there's a better way, a balance between being kind and being strong. Let's call this version Good Man 2.0. He's the man who keeps his morals intact but refuses to be a pushover. He's reliable but unpredictable, loving but not overly available, supportive but firm in his boundaries. Imagine this. A Good Man 2.0 makes time for his partner, but he doesn't cancel his plans to accommodate hers. If she wants to spend the evening together, but he's already committed to going to the gym or working on a project, he'll say, "I'd love to see you, but I already have plans tonight. Let's meet tomorrow." This might seem small, but it sends a powerful message. His life doesn't revolve around her, and she has to earn her place in it. What sets Good Man 2.0 apart is his ability to create balance. He's kind and caring, but he knows when to say no. For example, if she tries to test his patience with passive-aggressive comments or demands, he calmly addresses it without losing his cool. He might say, "I don't appreciate being spoken to like that. Let's talk when we're both ready to have a respectful conversation." By doing this, he shows strength and emotional maturity, which is far more attractive than blind compliance. Here's another key trait. He doesn't overshare. A Good Man 2.0 doesn't feel the need to explain himself constantly or seek her validation. If she asks why he's busy or what he's doing, he keeps it simple. "I've got a few things to take care of." This keeps a layer of mystery and prevents him from appearing overly eager to please. And let's talk about respect. A Good Man 2.0 earns respect by valuing himself first. He doesn't tolerate disrespect, and he doesn't stay in situations where he's not valued. If she starts showing signs of taking him for granted, he's not afraid to walk away. This doesn't make him heartless, it makes him self-respecting. Women don't just want a man who loves them, they want a man they can look up to. And you can't inspire respect if you're constantly putting her needs above your own. Think of Good Man 2.0 as the middle ground between the bad boy and the traditional good man. He's not cold and unfeeling, but he's also not overly accommodating. He understands that attraction is rooted in balance, showing care without losing independence, being supportive without sacrificing his values. In short, Good Man 2.0 isn't just a better version for women. He's a better version for himself. He's the man who knows his worth and makes sure the world knows it too. And when you become this version of yourself, you stop chasing approval and start attracting the right kind of respect, admiration, and love. So, here's what it all comes down to. Being a good man isn't the problem, it's how you present yourself. If you sacrifice your self-respect, overinvest in someone who doesn't value you, or let yourself become predictable and easy to control, you're setting yourself up to lose. Women don't consciously choose bad boys because they're bad. They're drawn to the confidence, mystery, and strength that bad boys project. The good news is, you don't have to become a bad boy to succeed in relationships. You just need to embrace the mindset of Good Man 2.0. Remember, Your value doesn't come from her approval or anyone else's. It comes from how you see yourself and the standards you set for how others treat you. If you want respect, you have to demand it. Not through words, but through actions. Show her that you have a life, a purpose, and a backbone. When you stop chasing, stop over-explaining, and start focusing on your own growth, everything changes. Think about this for a moment. Are you the kind of man she would fight to keep? Or are you the one she takes for granted because you've made yourself too available, too easy? If you're tired of feeling like the second option, it's time to make a change. Start by setting boundaries. Start by valuing your time and energy. And most importantly, start by realizing that you are the prize, not her. Here's your next step. Commit to becoming a better version of yourself. Not for her, but for you. The more you focus on your own growth, the more attractive you become, not just to women, but to the world. If this message resonates with you, I want to hear it. Comment below, I'm ready to stop chasing and start leading. And if you've ever felt like a good man being overlooked, I want you to know, you're not alone. This is your time to rise above it. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Together, we're building a community of men who know their worth and aren't afraid to demand it. So, are you ready to be the man you were meant to be? Let's get to work.